Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Ultimate Spider-Man number 8. We continue to travel along this Ultimate universe over at Marvel, but let's talk about the creative team before we get into the book. This book is written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Marco Checchetto, colors by Matthew Wilson, letters by Cory Petit, main cover by Checchetto and Wilson, with also some variant covers you'll see at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Uh, very interesting stuff. Right in the last issue, we saw the return of Iron Lad, Tony Stark, and they're to kind of I guess check in on Peter. Right, he's the one that kind of set things in motion. Also, both the suits, the Green Goblin suit and the Spider-Man suit, now have their own personalities that were added in the last, that was unlocked and set up in the last issue. But in this issue, we have the Kingpin Sinister Six. Kingpin gathers a team to deal with the mass vigilante problem, but a group of supervillains isn't the only challenge Spider-Man would face. Meanwhile, Green Goblin joined forces with Doc Ock? Question mark. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think if you have been reading any if you've ever read any Spider-Man books, both Green Goblin and Doctor Octavius are antagonists of Spider-Man. So, but in this universe, things are different. They've been friends, for a little while. So, let me give you a quick rundown of the cast because Marvel puts this in the book, so I figured it's a good idea. We have the Parker family. We have, of course, Peter Parker, MJ, and the kids, Richard and May. We also have Harry Osborn, the Green Goblin, um, his wife, girlfriend, Gwen Stacy, and also she's a business partner of Ben Parker, who's alive, who's Peter's uncle. J. Jonah Jameson, who's also a business partner of Ben Parker. They're starting up their own newspaper. We also have Otto Octavius, who's an Oscorp scientist, and Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, who needs probably very little introduction. This was a very interesting issue. I think Jonathan Hickman has this like counting, this countdown coming to when the maker will return to undo everything or like to kind of keep moving along with his plans, right? But throughout the whole way, we've been seeing little seeds planted of Peter and his work getting more and more complicated while he continues to try to maintain a balance. Now, I think it's cool that he has actually let his family know in on the secret. So that's a lot of fun because it's very different. This is also an older Peter, more mature, with different problems in a different whole completely setup. I still continue to really enjoy the Ben Parker, J. Jonah Jameson of it all. They really feel like they could have their own series really, which I think would be really fun, like a frontline type of series where it's just like they discover stories and explore stories from this Ultimate Universe, and that could be a really fun way to build a world. I also think the AI inclusion of the voices in the suits are interesting, right? I think Harry picked his father's voice, his father's consciousness, while Peter picked himself. So I think both of those are troubling in some on different levels. And of course, Marco Cicchetto continues to just deliver outstanding art. Like, let's just take a look at it. Some of the preview pages. You know, great setup shots. Just to bring us in. It's August. It's the summer. It's different. Time is moving forward. It's the kids' birthdays and they're going on a party. But Peter takes some time to not only step away from the suit, but also just to talk to it and explore a little bit that relationship. So that's kind of interesting. And then, Peter definitely doesn't really understand or fully realize what's going on. I think with the suit, I think there's a lot more to it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to figure out where Jonathan Hickman's going with that, and the way that Checchetto draws like the suit kind of overtaking him, not so much in a symbiote type of way, but if you look at the lettering, that's very similar to the way that the coloring for symbiote, right, with the inverted black in the background and white in the foreground lettering. So, and of course, we also catch up with Iron Lad showing up in the last issue. So, yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. I think you're gonna enjoy the roster that they have picked for Kingpin Sinister Six. You'd probably get a little sneak peek of it at the end of the video with one of the variant covers. So that'll be fun. It's definitely very different. I think Checchetto does some really interesting character redesigns and updates. So yeah, I'm excited for this. This book is probably continues to be one of my favorite ongoings over at Marvel, if not my favorite. It's hard to tell. Like I really have to take a step back. There's a few things that are really on point. So if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.